been to a London school and had been talking to the children. One girl asked if it was true that I was the famous Mina D, the one mentioned in all the newspapers. Her parents, she said, did not believe that I could have lived in so many places. I acknowledged that I was Mina D, but she could call me Aminata Diallo if she wanted, which was my childhood name. We worked on my first grade for a while. After 3 tries, she got it. Aminata, 4 syllables. It's really not that hard. Aminata, I told her. She said she wished I could meet her parents and her grandparents. I replied that it amazed me that she still had grandparents in her life. Love them good, I told her, and love them big. Love them every day. She asked why I was so black. I asked why she was so white. She said she was born that way. Same here, I replied. I can see that you must have been quite pretty, even though you are so very dark, she said. You would be prettier if London never got any sun, I replied. She asked what I ate. My grandfather says, "That's you eat raw elephant." I told her I'd never actually taken a bite out of an elephant. But there had been times in my life when I was hungry enough to try. I chased 300 or 400 of them in my life, but never managed to get one to stop rampaging through villages and stand still long enough for me to take a good bite. She laughed and said she wanted to know what I really ate. I ate what you eat, I told her. Do you suppose I'm going to find an elephant walking about the streets of London? Sausages, eggs, mutton stew, bread, crocodiles, all those regular things. Crocodiles, she said. I told her I was just checking to see if she was listening. She said she was an excellent listener and wanted me to please tell her a ghost story. Honey, I said, my life is a ghost story. Then tell it to me, she said. As I told her, I am Aminata Diallo, daughter of Mamadou Diallo and Sira Koulibaly, born in the village of Bayo, 3 moons by foot from the Grain Coast in West Africa. I'm a Ramana and a Fula. I'm both. We'll explain that later. I suspect I was born in 1745, or close to it. Let me begin with a warning to any and all who find these pages. Do not trust large bodies of water, and do not cross them. If you, dear reader, have an African hue and find yourself led toward water with vanishing shores, seize your freedom by any means necessary, and cultivate distrust of the color pink. Pink is taken as a color of innocence, the color of childhood, but as it spills across the water in the light of the dying sun, do not fall into its pretty path. There, right underneath it, lies a bottomless graveyard of children, mothers, and men. I shudder to imagine all the Africans rocking in the deep. Every time I've sailed the seas, I have the sense of gliding over the unburied. Some people call the sunset a creation of extraordinary beauty and proof of God's existence. But what benevolent force would bewitch the human spirit by choosing pink to light the path of a slave vessel? Do not be fooled by that pretty color. Do not submit to its beckoning. Once I've met the king and told my story, I desire to be buried right here in the soil of London. Africa is my homeland, but I've weathered enough migrations for 5 lifetimes. Thank you very much, and I don't care to be moved again.